Uday, the art of learning welcomes you. Visualizing the nation. This is the fifth part of chapter 1, The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. You have already learned that what is a nation, what is nationalism. You have learned how the French Revolution, the Revolution of 1830 and 1840 spread the idea of liberty, equality and fraternity that help in developing the idea of nation. You have learned the role of the middle class, the aristocracy, the conservatives, and the liberals in the making of nations. You have learned about the unification of Germany, Italy, and Britain. In this chapter, we will understand the use of symbols and allegories in making a nation. You have already learned about some of the symbols and their meaning in class 9 history chapter 1, the French Revolution. Here in this figure, this is the blue, red and white color. This is the tricolor of France. And in this figure, this is called scepter, which is the symbol of royal power. In this figure, snake is biting its tail, forming a circle. There is no beginning, there is no end. It is called eternity. In this figure, an eye is radiating light, means all knowing, means knowledge. It symbolizes knowledge. This is Phrygian cap. This was worn by slaves after becoming free. This is broken chain, symbolizes freedom. Here in this figure, it is a bundle of rods, symbolizes unity and strength. And in this figure, women lady symbolizes law. When the idea of nation was taking shapes, people felt the need to give a face to the nation. Most countries of Europe gave female allegory to the nation. Allegory is the personification of an abstract idea. We will learn about the allegories and symbols used in the process of strengthening the idea of nation in France and in Germany. As you know, a nation is an abstract idea of separation based on ethnicity, religion, region, shared history, shared culture, and so on. The allegories and symbols were used by different nations to show unity, to show affinity. Start with Germany. As you know, Germany became a nation in 1871. The poets, the authors, and the painters played very important role in the romanticizing the idea of nation in people's mind. Philip Waite in 1848 prepared this painting of Germania on a cotton banner, as it was meant to hang from the ceiling of the church St. Paul, where the Frankfurt Parliament was convened in March 1848. In 1850, the artist Julius Huebner painted the fallen Germania to depict the failed attempt of liberals in 1848 to make Germany a nation. In 1860, Lawrence Glassen painted this image, Germania guarding the Rhine. Now we will learn some of the German symbols and their meaning. The first one is broken chain. It means being freed. This symbol was also used during the French Revolution. Another one is the breastplate with an eagle. This symbolizes the German Empire and its strength. Another symbol is sword. It symbolizes readiness to fight, and sword with olive branches symbolizes the willingness to peace. Another one is oak leaves. This is the symbol of heroism. Another symbol is black, red and golden color. This is the tricolor, the national flag of Germany. And some of the other symbol here also. This is crown, this is scepter, this is the symbol of monarchy, absolute power. And rising sun symbolizes the beginning of new era. France also adopted many symbols to give an identity to the French nation. The French flag, the national anthem La Marseillaise, and the different female allegories were used to represent the idea of nation, the idea of liberty, and the idea of justice. This is the image of Marianne, the female allegory for the French Republic. And this is Nanine Valley, the female allegory of liberty. She is Nanine Valley and she is Mary Anne. She represents the French Republic and she is the female allegory of liberty. This is called cocked. This is the French national ornament. And this is the Great Seal of France.